Okay, got some audio issues. Okay, stand by, please. Thank you. Okay, working it out. Great morning, everybody. What's going on? Sorry for the delay. Coming back to you, okay? But I see you. I'm not going to be before you long. Welcome, Strong Island. Welcome all the way, Strong Island, from in the grill, Jamaica. Welcome. Okay, let's get back and now let the time go. All right. Welcome, everybody. It's good to see you. Sorry for the delay, but we are here. We're here together. It's good to see you. Welcome to the Mitch Race podcast. I see you coming in, and it's a glorious morning, kind of. It's a glorious morning to be alive. That's for sure. I don't know if I'm frozen or not, but if you see me frozen, let me know because it is a possibility that be um, there might not be an image, at least over there on Instagram. So I'm happy to see you all. Welcome to the Mitch Race podcast. We have a couple of little glitches and things that we're dealing with always, but I'm reminded it's okay. I'm actually going to bounce over to Facebook to see if I am there, because I don't see, and no, I don't see it. Can you guys hear me at all? Can you guys hear me at all? Let me know if you have any problems hearing me on any level, because I'm seeing that I'm frozen. Great. I'm glad you can hear me. Can you see me? It's very important before I go underway to make sure that you can all see me. Awesome. Okay. So since you can see me, and I'm not going to be too concerned about whether I can see myself over at Facebook, but I do want to say good morning to each and every one of you there. And if I can't see you, I apologize for it, and I'll make sure that that this video does go up. We definitely have some challenges here and there, but let's go, okay? Because it's been a while, and I miss you guys, and I'm happy to see you. So thank you for being here. Super Saturday morning, everybody. IGOGs, FBOGs, YTOGs, MRPOGs. Thank you for being here. Covington, Georgia, thank you for being here. Trinidad, thank you for being here. And Strong Island, thank you for being here. And everybody else that is out there, thank you so much for being here. I am Mitch Race, and I'm an image architect and strategist, and I help seasoned, middle-aged men, younger men also, who are struggling with distraction, struggling with their confidence, struggling with their self-image. They're stuck. They don't know their value. They don't understand that. I help you unpack that and help you achieve next level greatness. I help you to gain clarity. I help you to gain vision. And I help you to find that next level in yourself, that whatever it is, whether it's a six-figure self-image, whether it's just you want to be more confident, you want to be more, you want to understand yourself better, you want to understand your value better. Um, you just want to understand and know your purpose. You haven't been able to unpack that yet. You're just stuck in some way. You're not productive. You don't feel like you are enough. All of those things matter. And that's what's going to get you to the next best version of yourself. And I'm here to help with that process in a nutshell. I didn't want to complicate it. So here we are today. And there's a lot to say about this next subject that I'm talking about. And what is it, you say? Well, it's something that you've heard of and something that I know that you've seen online. And I want to kind of like talk about it. I alluded to it in, I think it was my last podcast, but it was about, I had said something really quickly about it. And I kind of thought that I said, well, this might be a little bit more. I think that people could use a little bit more meat on this because I know that I could. And so I started to look into this particular topic. There's a lot to say about the subject of dopamine. But my goal here today really is to share a comfortable unpacking of it and to share a little bit of relevant information on a term that's often referred to, but you still may not know a lot about. And I thought it might be of some value to not only understand more about dopamine, but also cover how does it affect self-esteem. But before we hash that out, let's get the dope. Let's get the skinny. Let's get to know some things about this thing called dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter. It's a chemical messenger in the brain that plays a key role in motivation, pleasure, reward, and movement. It helps the brain's reward system connect feelings of pleasure to behavior, motivating actions. And this is interesting and important to note. Dopamine also influences mood, focus, and learning. Did you know that? Did you know that about dopamine? Key functions of dopamine. Let's start there. Reward and motivation. Dopamine is released when we experience something pleasurable, reinforcing behaviors that led to that experience. That's why it feels so good to go back to certain things and to keep doing certain things like exercise. You might have experienced a dopamine release when you run. Okay. I have. I've experienced that and I love that feeling. It's kind of easy to see what dopamine does in the athletic space as a result. Movement. Dopamine is crucial for smooth, coordinated movements. Did you know that? I didn't. Learning and memory. Dopamine helps encode information and form habits. So it's useful for us to learn new things and can help in our creativity and goal setting. Focus and attention. Dopamine helps us concentrate and pay attention to relevant information because it's involved in the brain's reward system. And when dopamine levels are optimal, it can enhance focus and attention, making it easier to focus on tasks and persevere through challenges. A lot of good stuff about this, right? Yeah. Mood regulation. Dopamine influences our overall mood and feelings of well being. I think that's something that pretty much we all understand, or if not, we've heard it somewhere. And and if not, then now you know that definitely it's a mood regulator. So you can say, "Wow, this stuff is so good. Where can I get some?" Right? How can I get more if that's the case? Well, that's also kind of like the pluses and the minuses of dopamine. But here we go with this. Okay, here's something that's interesting about dopamine because I'm going to kind of like outline its connection to other functions like addiction. Excessive dopamine release from addictive substances can lead to strong cravings and compulsive behaviors. I guess that's when dopamine goes wrong, you know? Parkinson's disease. And this is something that's very serious. Parkinson's disease is characterized by a loss of dopamine producing neurons, leading to movement difficulties. And it's here where I'm reminded of champions like Muhammad Ali, um, Michael J. Fox, who struggled and are still struggling. At least Michael J. Fox is still struggling with Parkinson's disease, but they managed to really go on and to live lives of legacy and helped us to to grow as individuals. That they didn't allow what they were going through with that disease stop them from achieving greatness and from sharing that with the rest of us and bringing attention to this kind of disease. And there are those out there who are not famous who are struggling with this disease, to be clear. So prayers out for them. ADHD. Dopamine plays a role in attention and focus, and imbalances can contribute to ADHD symptoms. Did you know that? Because I do know a lot of individuals who struggle with ADHD, and you can see that, and now you have an understanding because we can make this connection between dopamine and ADHD. It's not to say that this is the case, and I'm not a medical professional, but it makes you kind of like to at least to understand dopamine's role in something like this, where it could possibly stem from. It might be the individual's dopamine levels, and I suspect that to some degree. Obviously, that's true. Dopamine regulation and imbalance. High and low levels of dopamine. High dopamine levels can lead to increased energy, focus, and motivation, but also potentially anxiety, aggression, and sleep disturbances. Low dopamine levels may result in fatigue, a lack of motivation, depression, and difficulty concentrating. I have seen this in individuals. I have people in my family that I see, excuse me, I have people in my family that I see this affecting. And and it's just interesting now to kind of understand this, and I'm so happy to have this knowledge and to be able to share this. All this stuff, if I'm sharing anything that's medical, really understand that this is for informational purposes only, and for medical advice or diagnosis, please consult a professional. So I think we've covered some good ground. So now kind of like let's take a look at how it affects self-esteem. Here's how dopamine affects self-esteem. Number one, motivation and achievement. Dopamine plays a crucial role in motivation and goal oriented behavior. When dopamine is released, it creates a sense of reward and pleasure, encouraging individuals to pursue activities and achieve goals. Successful completion of tasks, even small ones, those small wins, can boost self esteem as it reinforces a sense of competence and capability. And I see you in there, Florida. Number two, positive feedback loop. Dopamine creates something called a positive feedback loop. Feeling good after completing a task encourages more effort and further achievement, which in turn reinforces positive self perception. This cycle can be particularly helpful for individuals struggling with low self esteem, as it provides a path towards building confidence and a more positive self image. And I am all for that. I'm all for that. Number three, managing stress and negative emotions. Dopamine also helps regulate mood and manage stress. When dopamine levels are balanced, individuals are better equipped to handle challenges and setbacks, without experiencing excessive anxiety or negative self talk. That was quite a bit to get out. Conversely, low dopamine levels can make it harder to cope with stress, leading to feelings of helplessness and a decline in self esteem. So it's really important to understand how these dopamine levels, high or low or none at all, really, affect how you feel about yourself, how you feel about what it is that you do, and your accomplishments and who you are. Number four, social connection and confidence. Dopamine is involved in social interactions and can influence how individuals perceive themselves in social settings. Higher dopamine levels may be associated with increased confidence in social situations, while lower levels might lead to social withdrawal and feelings of inadequacy. Building positive social connections and experiencing positive social interactions can contribute to a stronger sense of self worth. And number five, how dopamine can affect your self esteem. Dopamine is a key component of the brain's reward system. So, reward system and self worth is what we're talking about here. When individuals experience positive outcomes or engage in activities they enjoy, dopamine is released, creating feelings of pleasure and satisfaction. These positive experiences can contribute to a stronger sense of self-worth and overall well-being. Conversely, if the reward system is not functioning optimally due to low dopamine levels, individuals may experience a lack of motivation, decreased pleasure, and a diminished sense of self-worth. So I kind of want to go over those five and just so we can keep these things in sight. So, how does dopamine affect self esteem? Again, it affects it through motivation, it affects the motivation and achievement levels. Number two, it creates a positive feedback loop. Number three, it manages stress and negative emotions. Number four, social connection and confidence. It helps with that. It provides social connection and confidence. It's involved in those things. And number five, it's a key component of the brain's reward system. So it affects our rewards, what we perceive as rewards, and our self worth, how we reward ourselves, how do we feel when we get that reward. So it's easy to kind of like see that when the dopamine levels are low, we might be striving in some ways to achieve that, and we're not getting it we're not getting the reward, and we're not getting the thing done. We're not getting the task done. We're not completing the exercise, the reward system. We're not striving for it. We're striving for it too hard. So those things can actually kind of interfere with with the success system that we're working to put into place. And just as much as there's positive things that obviously that are associated with dopamine, there's a negative side to it if you don't understand it and if you don't know. Like, there was just a number of things here that I just did not know about dopamine, that I was able to learn about this. I'm so happy to be able to share that with you all on some level, because it helps us look at not only ourselves, it helps us to understand others better. It helps us to understand people with Parkinson's. It helps us to understand people who have ADHD and where that may be coming from. And we can help point them in a direction of of help. So they're actually going to get some help from this. We're gonna Because we understand these things, and it helps us to understand our own um, what's going on in our own heads and in our own self esteem journey. So I kind of hope that this provided great value for you. And I'm going to go over some of the comments that are here. And as I take this in for some kind of landing, I'm so excited to see you all. Yes, Parkinson's disease is sad, Florida. And Michael J. Fox, yeah, yeah, it was. I mean, he's such an icon. Yeah, yes, yes, Strong Island. It does become a mean dope. Yeah, it does. It does. I'm happy you're tuning in. Thank you for being here from the grill. Hope you have an awesome time out there. And I may have to do that upload to Facebook in the event that I don't. It's been awesome having you here, and I want to thank you also for kind of like working with me through some of these challenges. I'm really just blown away by the growth of this channel, of the podcast here, and I want to thank you all for contributing to that. I want to thank you all for also being on the some of the gratitude journal videos now that I've been posting. I see that you're getting great value from all of these things, and just know that the reason why I'm doing these things, I'm doing different things, is because yes, my business is growing. I'm growing as a person, as an individual, and also taking this a little more seriously in how I can really seriously just help people. And I'm just grateful for that 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 opportunity. I get to choose to love to show up and be of service in the space of self-image, self-esteem, confidence, self-confidence, self-value, and knowing your worth. So any of you out there that are struggling with these things, any of you that are struggling with your productivity, you have questions, you have comments, please just DM me image 2025 and um I'll get back to you with the link. I'll send you a link uh, for a half hour of free time, and we can unpack this and get some more value out of these things that we discuss here on the podcast, and also set you up with a strategy that can propel you to your next best level of yourself. Again, I encourage you to watch this space because there'll be all kinds of offers for free masterclasses and things like that, in which I intend on always bringing massive value to that space. And and yeah, and just the regular things that you see always happening out here. I want to encourage you to subscribe. I want to encourage you to share this with others. And I also want to thank each and every one of you again for being here on this podcast and this Saturday, and just hoping that everybody is well and that things are going well in your life. And just want to encourage you to stay focused, stay tuned in, stay connected, um, add value out here, add value to your life, add value to the lives of others, and see community also. That's a big thing that I think that people are lacking. They're lacking community, and they're lacking good communities, people who really kind of champion other people to be their best, and even to find their purpose. That's how I found my purpose. I found my purpose in podcasting, and now image strategy, and image architecture is now like my thing. And I just love getting here, bringing value on Saturday mornings, and helping people to unpack their self-image, helping people to unpack um, their understanding of self-esteem, helping people to unpack and inspire people to boost and grow their confidence, because that's something that I have done, and it allowed me to achieve my purpose. And I'm still growing in that, and I'm still building, and I'm excited about all of that. And I want you all to be excited too about your 2025 and your 2026 now coming up. And the best way to do that is just to get a jump on things. So again, um, DM me with image 2025, and I will send you a calendar link. We'll schedule you, get you on the books, as they say, and get you in the right room. Okay, get you in the right room and get you in some of those right rooms so that you can grow and experience and be the best version of yourself as well. Yes, and I agree with that. Strong Island via Negril, Jamaica. Community is powerful. I'm glad you got immense value. And thank you all for being here again. Have an amazing Saturday. Again, until another, reframe your vision, reframe your value, and reframe your victory. And thanks again for being here at the Mitch Race Podcast. I'll see you all soon. Have a phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal weekend. Thanks again, everybody.